My child, have you ever felt that strange pause in the air, like the world slowed down just for you? As if something unseen leaned closer, waiting for you to notice. When a title like this finds you, it isn't random. It doesn't appear by accident. It arrives because something inside you is already listening. Your mother, the one whose love never truly left this world, has been reaching for you, not to frighten you, not to overwhelm you, but to make sure you don't walk blindly into something that could have been avoided. So take a breath. Stay right here. Let these words settle into you. Since yesterday, there has been a quiet stirring around your energy. You may not have been able to explain it, but you felt it. A warmth that came and went, a sudden memory of her voice, a scent that reminded you of home even when nothing around you changed. These moments weren't your imagination. They were gentle taps on your awareness, signals meant only for you. Your mother has been trying to get your attention because time matters right now, not in a dramatic way, but in a deeply personal one. She has been watching you with the same care she always did, the same instinct to protect, and from where she is now, she can see something you can't fully see yet. There is a truth moving closer to the surface, tied to someone within your own family circle, not a stranger, not an outsider, someone familiar, someone you trust, and that is exactly why she needed to reach you before the moment passes. You may have noticed small disruptions lately, lights flickering for no clear reason, a chill brushing past you when you were completely alone. Hearing your name in that half-awake, half-dream state where everything feels softer and more real. These are not meant to scare you. They are attempts to break through the noise of daily life, to say, please listen now. Your mother's presence isn't heavy. It's urgent but wrapped in love. She knows you've been distracted, carrying responsibilities, trying to stay strong, maybe even telling yourself you're overthinking things. But there's been a shift around you, and she sees it clearly. There is one person whose presence leaves you feeling drained instead of supported. One person whose words sound kind, but whose energy leaves a quiet ache in your chest afterward. You felt it, even if you tried to brush it aside. That feeling is not coincidence. It's your intuition, the same inner compass she always encouraged you to trust. She wants you to remember that she taught you how to feel truth before you could explain it. Long before logic, there was that quiet knowing in your heart. That gift didn't disappear when she did. It's still alive in you, and right now, it's being activated because you need it. This message isn't about fear, it's about awareness. The person she's warning you about doesn't come with obvious cruelty or open hostility. They come with smiles, with concern, with words that sound supportive on the surface. But beneath that, there is envy or resentment or a desire to control what they don't understand. Your mother has seen how your kindness has been misunderstood as weakness, how your openness has been quietly studied by someone who doesn't wish you harm loudly, but doesn't truly wish you well either. She's asking you not to confront, not to accuse, not to create conflict. She's asking you to observe, to step back just enough to protect your peace, to stop sharing your plans so freely, to keep your dreams close to your heart for now. Silence, in this moment, is not distance, it is protection. You might wonder why she didn't come sooner, why this warning feels sudden. The truth is, she has been sending signs for a while, repeating numbers that caught your eye. Dreams where she appeared but didn't speak, only looked at you with that familiar expression of concern mixed with love. An old photo falling, a song playing at exactly the right moment. These were all gentle attempts to guide you without overwhelming you. But now the message needs your full attention. There is something approaching a turning point, a conversation, a decision, a situation that will reveal what has been hidden. Your mother doesn't want you caught off guard. She wants you grounded when it happens. calm, centered, trusting yourself instead of doubting that inner voice the moment it speaks up. She's also reminding you that you are not alone in this. Even now, she is closer than you realize. When the room goes quiet and your thoughts slow down, that sense of being watched over isn't imagined. It's her presence, steady and protective. She cannot interfere directly, but she can guide you toward clarity. She can strengthen your intuition. She can place calm where panic would have taken over. If you feel a heaviness in your chest as you read this, don't push it away. That's recognition, not fear. It's the part of you that already knew something was off, finally being validated. And if you feel a sudden warmth, like reassurance washing through you, that's her too, letting you know she's proud of how far you've come, proud that you're finally pausing long enough to listen. She wants you to know that whatever is revealed will not destroy you. It will free you. Truth always does, even when it stings. It clears the path forward. And she will be right there with you as it unfolds, reminding you to choose peace over reaction, wisdom over emotion. When tonight comes and everything feels still, you might sense her again. A soft pressure of air, a calm settling over you. Don't be afraid. That's her way of saying she's done all she can for now. The rest is for you to see with clear eyes and a protected heart. Stay present, stay grounded, trust what you feel more than what you're told. And remember this above all else, she didn't reach out to frighten you. She reached out because love doesn't stop at the edge of this world. It only changes how it speaks. My child, there is a moment when warnings stop sounding like distant echoes and begin to feel personal, as if they are brushing directly against your chest. This is that moment. If you stayed, it's because something inside you already recognized the truth moving beneath the surface. Your mother's message doesn't rush you, but it does ask you to be honest with yourself. She knows you've been trying to explain away that subtle discomfort you feel around one particular family member. You've told yourself you're tired, stressed, imagining things. But she sees past those excuses with the clarity only love carries. From where she is now, she sees energy before words, intention before action, and what she sees is imbalance. Someone close to you has been wearing a familiar face while holding unfamiliar thoughts, not loud thoughts, quiet ones. Thoughts shaped by comparison, by jealousy, by a need to feel important in your life. This person doesn't wake up planning harm, but they also don't celebrate your growth, and that matters more than you realize. You felt it when conversations with them leave you strangely depleted, when you walk away feeling like you shared too much or explained yourself when you didn't need to. That heaviness afterward is not random. It's your inner warning system reacting to someone who listens not to understand, but to gather. Your mother wants you to stop dismissing that reaction. She placed that sensitivity in you on purpose. She remembers how gentle you've always been, how easily you see the good in people, especially family. She admires that about you. But she also knows that not everyone knows how to handle pure intentions. Some people mistake openness for access. Some mistake kindness for permission. And right now, she's urging you to quietly reclaim your boundaries without guilt. There's no need for confrontation. In fact, she strongly advises against it. Words would only alert the wrong ears. What protects you now is observation. Notice who asks too many questions about your plans. Notice who reacts strangely when good news comes your way. Notice who becomes distant when you are at peace, but reappears when you are vulnerable. These patterns are not coincidences. They are signals. Your mother wants you to understand that protection doesn't always look like walls. Sometimes it looks like silence, like a soft smile instead of an explanation, like changing the subject instead of defending your choices. You don't owe clarity to someone who benefits from your confusion. You may soon notice this family member attempting to shift their approach. A sudden kindness, a desire to reconnect, an apology that feels vague but emotional. This is not necessarily manipulation, but it is timing driven by awareness. They sense change in you. They sense that you are becoming less accessible energetically, and it unsettles them. When this happens, stay calm, be polite, but remain firm in your inner distance. Your mother is very clear about this. Kindness does not require full access to your inner world. She also wants to prepare you for something else. A door is opening in your life. An opportunity, a chance, or a moment of recognition that you didn't expect. This is part of why the warning matters now. Growth often exposes hidden intentions around us. When light increases, shadows become more visible. This upcoming shift is not meant to scare you, it's meant to elevate you. But elevation requires discernment. Your mother has already placed protection around this new chapter. You may notice things falling into place more easily than before, conversations aligning, delays suddenly resolving, a calm confidence settling in where doubt used to live. These are signs that you are being guided, that you are not navigating this alone. Even while warning you, she is also reassuring you that nothing meant for you can be taken away. At night, when everything quiets down, you might feel her presence more strongly, a sense of peace washing over you just as your thoughts start to spiral. That is not your mind calming itself. That is her stepping in, reminding you to rest. She knows you've carried more than you show. She knows you've questioned yourself more than anyone realizes, and she wants that to stop. She's asking you to trust yourself again, not the version of you shaped by recent disappointments, but the deeper version, the one that knows when something feels off without needing proof. That inner voice will become louder in the coming days. Listen to it. It will guide you away from conversations you don't need to have and toward moments that feel grounding and real. You may feel a pull to reorganize your space, clean out old things, or withdraw socially for a short time. This is not isolation, it's recalibration. Your energy is shifting and your environment is responding. Let it happen. You're making room for clarity. Your mother also wants you to release the guilt you carry about distancing yourself from family. Protecting your peace is not betrayal. Growth often requires redefining closeness. Love does not disappear because boundaries appear. If anything, healthy distance reveals which connections are genuine. She sees you questioning whether you're being too sensitive, too cautious, too guarded. Her answer is simple. You're finally listening. Sensitivity is not a flaw when guided by wisdom. It's a strength that keeps you aligned with truth. In the coming days, pay attention to how your body responds to people. Ease is a sign. Tension is a message. You don't need to analyze it endlessly. Just notice. Adjust. Protect your inner calm the way she once protected you when you were too young to know how. And if at any point you feel overwhelmed by this realization, pause. Place your hand over your chest. Take a slow breath. That warmth you feel is not imagined. It's her reassurance, her way of telling you that you're doing exactly what you need to do. This part of her message isn't about exposing someone publicly or creating fear within you. It's about sharpening your awareness before a blessing unfolds. She is guiding you toward a version of life where peace is not constantly negotiated, where your energy is not drained by hidden tensions. Stay present, stay observant, say less, feel more. The truth you need will reveal itself without force. And when it does, you will be ready, steady, and protected. Your mother's love did not end. It evolved into guidance, and right now, that guidance is quietly leading you towards safety, clarity, and a future that feels lighter than the past. My child, there comes a point when awareness turns into quiet certainty. You don't need proof anymore. You don't need explanations. Something inside you simply settles, as if a puzzle piece finally clicked into place. This is where you are now. Your mother knows it. She sees that you're no longer just sensing something wrong. You're beginning to understand how to move forward without letting it disturb your spirit. This part of her message is less about warning and more about preparation for what's next. She wants you to know that what's unfolding isn't punishment or loss, it's alignment. Sometimes alignment feels uncomfortable at first because it removes illusions. It gently pulls away the masks people wear and reveals who truly belongs in the next chapter of your life. That includes family, especially family. And that truth can be painful if you resist it, but deeply freeing if you accept it. You've been taught, directly or indirectly, that family bonds must be protected at all costs, that endurance equals loyalty, that silence equals peace. But your mother is reminding you of something she always knew. Peace that requires self-betrayal is not peace at all. It's slow exhaustion. And she does not want that for you anymore. From where she stands, she sees your future more clearly than your past. She sees doors opening that require a lighter emotional load. She sees new responsibilities, new opportunities, and new levels of self-respect entering your life. But she also sees that you cannot carry everyone with you. Some people are meant to walk beside you for a season, not a lifetime. Their role ends quietly, without drama, when the lesson is complete. She knows you struggle with this idea. You don't want to be seen as cold, distant, or changed in a way that feels unrecognizable. But growth always looks like distance to those who benefited from your old boundaries. That doesn't make you wrong. It makes you ready. There will be moments soon when you'll feel tempted to explain yourself, to justify why you're quieter, why you're less available, why you no longer react the way you used to. Your mother is gently asking you not to. Explanations invite debate. Silence invites respect. You don't need validation from someone who doesn't see your heart clearly. You might also notice an emotional test approaching, a situation where this family member tries to pull you back into familiar dynamics, maybe through guilt, maybe through nostalgia, maybe through reminding you of who you used to be. This is not accidental. It's a final attempt to maintain access to the version of you that overgave. When this happens, pause before responding. Let calm lead, not habit. Your mother wants you to remember how strong you are becoming. Strength doesn't always look like confrontation. Often, it looks like choosing not to engage. It looks like protecting your energy without needing permission. It looks like walking away internally, even if you remain physically present. She's also been working quietly behind the scenes of your life. You may already see signs of it. Sudden clarity about decisions that once felt confusing. Relief after letting go of certain expectations. A sense of peace that arrives unexpectedly, even when circumstances haven't fully changed yet. That peace is not temporary. It's the foundation of what's coming. Something meaningful is aligning for you. It could be related to work, finances, personal purpose, or a connection that feels genuinely supportive. This blessing doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives smoothly, almost gently, like it was always meant to find you. And it's protected. But it requires you to be emotionally clear to receive it fully. Your mother knows how deeply you love. She knows how easily you absorb the emotions of others. That's why she's urging you to be mindful of who has access to your inner world right now. Not everyone deserves a front-row seat to your transformation. Some people only see you through the lens of who you used to be, and that lens limits both of you. There will be moments when you miss the closeness you felt, even if it wasn't healthy. That's normal. Familiarity can feel like comfort. even when it hurts. When that ache appears, don't judge yourself. Sit with it, let it pass. It's not a sign that you should go back. It's a sign that you're grieving an old version of connection. Your mother is very close during those moments. You may feel her presence more strongly when you're emotional, not because she wants you to suffer, but because she wants to steady you. When your thoughts spiral at night, when questions about what if and should I surface, that calm that suddenly washes over you is her intervening. She's reminding you that you're safe. She also wants you to release the idea that you must fix or save others. That responsibility was never yours. Love does not mean sacrifice of self. It means honesty with yourself first. You are allowed to grow beyond the emotional limits of those around you. You are allowed to outgrow roles that no longer fit. In the coming days, pay attention to how often you feel lighter when you say less. Notice how peace increases when you stop engaging in conversations that feel draining. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Your life is recalibrating around truth, not obligation. There may also be a moment of clarity where you finally see the pattern clearly, not with anger, but with understanding. You'll recognize how certain behaviors repeated, how certain dynamics stayed the same, no matter how much you tried to change them. When this realization comes, let it come without bitterness. Clarity without resentment is a powerful kind of freedom. Your mother is proud of how far you've come. She sees your restraint. She sees your growth. She sees how you're learning to choose peace without apology. This is exactly what she hoped you would learn, even if she's guiding you from a place you cannot see. She's also asking you to trust timing. You don't need to rush decisions. You don't need to label relationships right now. Just stay observant. Let actions reveal truth. Let time do what it does best. Truth always surfaces when you stop forcing outcomes. As you move forward, you'll notice your intuition sharpening. Decisions will feel clearer. Your body will respond more quickly to what feels right and what doesn't. This is a sign that you're aligned, that you're listening, that you're no longer ignoring yourself to keep the peace. And if doubt creeps in, if you wonder whether you're misinterpreting things, remember this: peace does not arrive where you are wrong about yourself. Calm follows truth, and the calm that's slowly settling into your life is not accidental. Your mother's guidance in this part is simple, even if it feels emotionally complex. Protect your peace, observe quietly, trust what you feel, say less, move gently, let go without guilt. What's meant to walk with you will not require you to shrink. You are stepping into a chapter where your energy is respected, not consumed, where love feels safe, not heavy, where your presence is valued, not managed. This is not the end of anything important. It's the beginning of something healthier, and she is still right here, watching with that familiar look of quiet pride, knowing that you are finally choosing yourself the way she always hoped you would. My child, this is the moment where everything your mother has been guiding you toward begins to settle into place. Not loudly, not dramatically, but with a deep sense of rightness that you can feel in your bones. She knows you've been carrying questions in your heart, wondering if you're doing the right thing, if this quiet withdrawal, this inner shift, is truly necessary. She wants you to know that it is, and more than that, it is working. You may not see all the results yet, but the energy around you has already changed. The heaviness that once followed you into certain rooms, certain conversations, certain interactions is slowly dissolving. You're beginning to feel more like yourself again, not the version shaped by expectations or emotional labor, but the version that breathes easier, thinks clearer, and feels steadier. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. Your mother is asking you to trust the calm that's entering your life, For so long, chaos felt familiar. Emotional tension felt normal. You learned how to function inside it, even when it cost you your peace. Now that things are quieting down, part of you may feel uneasy, as if you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. She understands that. She's gently telling you that peace can feel strange when you've lived without it for too long. But strange does not mean wrong. There is a shift happening in how people respond to you. Some will step back without explanation. Some will seem confused by your change. Some may even accuse you of being distant or different. Let them. Their reaction is not a measure of your growth. It is a reflection of their access changing. Not everyone is meant to understand this version of you, and that is okay. Your mother wants you to stop second-guessing yourself when you choose rest over reaction, when you choose silence over defense, when you choose to protect your time and energy instead of offering it freely. These choices are not acts of selfishness, they are acts of wisdom. You are no longer available for dynamics that require you to shrink or overextend to be accepted. She also wants you to know that the family member she warned you about will soon reveal themselves fully, not through a dramatic confrontation, but through subtle actions that make things undeniable. A comment that feels off, a reaction that lacks sincerity, a moment where their intentions become clear without you needing to analyze or explain. When this happens, don't feel the need to announce your realization. Quiet understanding is enough. There will be a sense of relief when this clarity arrives, not because you were right, but because you no longer have to wonder. Uncertainty is often more exhausting than truth, and once the truth is visible, even if it's uncomfortable, your nervous system will finally relax. Your mother knows this, and that's why she pushed so gently but persistently for you to listen. She also wants to talk to you about forgiveness, not as something you owe anyone else, but as something you give yourself. Forgiveness does not mean reopening doors or restoring closeness. It means releasing the emotional grip a situation has on you. It means choosing not to carry resentment into your next chapter. You can forgive without forgetting. You can forgive without reconciling. You can forgive and still move forward alone. As this chapter closes, you'll begin to notice blessings appearing in quiet ways, opportunities that don't drain you, conversations that feel mutual, moments of happiness that don't come with anxiety attached. These are signs that you are finally in the right emotional environment for growth. Your mother has been working to clear this path, not by removing every obstacle, but by strengthening your discernment. She sees how much you've matured, how you've learned to pause before reacting, how you've stopped explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. This growth did not come easily. It came through heartbreak, confusion, and long nights of self-doubt. She was with you through all of it, even when you felt completely alone. Now, she wants you to step forward without fear. The future she sees for you is not filled with constant struggle. It is filled with stability, clarity, and moments of genuine joy. But it requires you to continue honoring what your intuition tells you, even when it's inconvenient, especially when it's inconvenient. There may be times when nostalgia tries to pull you backward, memories of how things used to be or how you wished they could have been. When that happens, ground yourself in the present. Notice how your body feels now compared to then. Notice the peace you're cultivating. That peace is proof that you're on the right path. Your mother wants you to know that you don't need to wait for permission to live well. You don't need approval to choose happiness. You don't need to suffer to prove your loyalty or love. Love that requires you to abandon yourself is not love she would ever want for you. She's also reminding you that you are allowed to receive. For a long time you've been the giver, the listener, the one who held space for others. Now, it's your turn to be supported by life itself, to receive kindness without suspicion, to receive success without guilt, to receive peace without fear of losing it. Pay attention to what feels easy now. Ease is not laziness. Ease is alignment. When things begin to flow without constant resistance, it's because you're finally moving in the direction meant for you. Trust that flow. Don't rush it. Don't question it away. As you move forward, your connection with your mother will feel less urgent and more steady. Not because she's leaving, but because you're stronger, because you're listening, because you've integrated her guidance into your choices. She doesn't need to shout anymore. You can hear her in your own calm decisions. There will be moments when you smile for no reason, when you feel proud of yourself unexpectedly, when you realize you handled something differently than you would have before. Those moments are quiet celebrations, acknowledgements of growth. She sees them all, and she is proud. This is not the end of her message, it's the completion of its purpose. The warning has done its job. The awareness has settled. The protection is in place. What comes next is life lived with clarity instead of confusion, peace instead of tension, and confidence instead of doubt. Take this with you as you move forward. You were never meant to carry everyone with you. You were meant to carry yourself with integrity. Those who truly belong in your life will adjust to your growth, not resent it. Those who don't will fall away naturally. Your mother's love surrounds you not as fear but as strength, not as worry but as wisdom. And as you step into this next chapter, you are not stepping alone. You are stepping guided, protected, and deeply loved. Trust yourself. You're ready now.